Well, hello again. It's been a minute. We're back. I know we've not had much to show y'all lately, but it's been kind of a lot of jobs where not a lot of filming can go on. I've had a couple of customers that didn't want their stuff on camera, and some jobs that just really wasn't film worthy in my opinion. So we're back on this project though, and we've been working on it steadily off and on in between different things, and we've been plumbing away, to say the least. So let me show you what we got going on. So far we have our feed line coming in, we got done. Then we have on this side, over here, is our bypass line comes out of the tank. So your water goes in, comes out of the pump right here, hits this 3-inch line, goes down, comes out, goes to the plant. When they're not using the water, this plant is going to keep this, we're going to keep this pump running all the time so that it's on the ready when they ask for water on demand. So in order to do that, it has to have a bypass, which is what this little 3/4 line does. And that bypasses off the pressure and lets the head pressure release back into tank and just circulates the water. So when they hit the switch downstream, they get instant rush of water. So we come down to a 3-inch pipe there. All this comes down to a drain at the bottom so we can drain everything. Then we got a couple stands holding it up. Comes over, comes out. So I don't have a way to thread 3-inch pipe. I don't own a machine to do that, and I didn't want to deal with one. So we do welder threads, which is cut it, weld a nipple on, make your length. It ain't too bad. So that comes down to a T. This is our project this morning. We have to finish from here across over there, tie in with some butterfly valves and some valving. That's where that's going to go into actual batch into the concrete. And then we've teed off from there, and we go all the way down that pipe, continues on down, hangs off of these columns, continues down and goes all the way out here to the trucks. And we've got another drain here at the bottom, another stanchion to hold it up. And then we have right here the fill valve. So this is what's called a dead man valve. So you have to hold it down. If you let it go, it shuts. So they're gonna have to stand here and hold that down and fill their tanks on the trucks. That way we don't have them walking away and leaving it running and wasting all the hot water down the parking lot out here overfilling tanks. So that dead man valve is there for them to use, the truck drivers to use to fill their tank, and then that line continues on up. I got it going across. We made some supports up there. It goes all the way out. And then out here, eventually I'll have a rubber hose hanging down that they can just grab and put right in their tank. Come back over here, grab the valve, turn it on, fill it up, snatch it out of the tank, and it'll just hang right there. And that way it's not dragging on the ground or getting ripped or torn. And if they do happen to forget it and drive off, it'll just pull out of the tank and be right there where it's hanging. So that's what we've been up to. A lot of piping, a lot of work, a lot of heavy pipes, big pipe wrenches, as you'll see here shortly. So that's what we got. And then, like I said today, oh, and not only that, I forgot, we also built all this supports here for the electrician. His conduit is going to come out of the batch office over here where all of this electrical cabinets are. It's going to come over. I think he's going up and over around the window, up over the window. And then he's going to hit my support here, which this is just 3-inch tube. And we made some base plates out of some 1/2-inch plate. Secured those down, and then 3-inch tube, and then this is called unistrut. This is what the electricians put their conduit in. They have 2 little clamps that slide in on either side of the conduit. He's running, I believe he said 2 3/4-inch conduits, maybe 1 inch, I don't know, but he's got plenty of room to put 2 conduits on there, and those are spaced every 3 feet. I welded each one of those on, and that comes all the way across this Connex, which holds all the admixtures for the plant. That's all the tanks of admixtures inside there that, you know, chemicals for the concrete that get pumped in. But anyways, yeah, so that support then goes across the Connex all the way over to here, comes down, has a little kicker there because it was kind of wobbly, just being a frame. Unistrut all the way across because he's got to drop down, come down here and meet this pipe and come across for some controls. And then that goes all the way down to the other side of the hot water heater and comes down to slab here. And that's just standing there, that's not part of it. But yeah, to another base plate and secured down. So the electrician should be able to run his conduit right down along the concrete here, come around and feed this control box here, and that way he can bring his cables up and over everything, because as you see we're surrounded by concrete, so there's no way to bury anything unless you get real involved with cutting concrete, and there's no need in doing all that. So that's what we got there. And then, like I said this morning, we got to carry on with this over here. So I'll show you what we got over here when I get my fat ass through this hole. Oh, there we go. All right. So what we got here is, this is the 3-inch pipe going up to the plant, running up the belt that we put in last year. This was a rubber hose and I replaced it with all galvanized steel all the way up to the end into the truck. So that pipe there comes down, that's feeding into the concrete, actual concrete. So we're gonna bust it loose here. This piece here is what's called a badger meter. So the way this works is, there's a little tiny impeller in there that spins around. So as the water comes in and feeds this direction, this little impeller in here starts turning and that counter starts counting. So it tells the batch computer back at the batch office how many gallons is going into the mix. In front of it, right here, you can see this is called this is a butterfly valve, which, just like with the cement powder or anything else, it's just a swinging butterfly valve in there, opening and shutting. So when the plant asks for water, it opens this, comes open, badger meter starts counting, give me 300 gallons, 300 gallons goes in, boom, butterfly shuts, water's up there, stops. This is a drain from behind here for freezing, so they can drain going into here. Inside this building is just a surge tank. It's just a giant plastic tank. We'll go in there and look at that in a minute. But coming out of there, so they can drain that. So then it hits the butterfly, or the badger and the butterfly. They call that a badger meter. I guess that's the brand. So then you got a drain right here. So what I have to do is, because we're bringing hot water in separate from cold, if I was to just tee into there right now behind the badger meter, every time it asks for hot water, the cold water side would have to open up as well to let that water run through. So I've got to rearrange this now and put the badger meter last, put the butterfly for the cold back here on this end so that it shuts cold off separate, then badger meter, then tee in my hot line coming in, and the hot line has its own butterfly on this side. So butterfly, butterfly, badger meter, and then drain somewhere in that equation, and then up to plant. So we came in here on Saturday. This is a Saturday, they're shut down, not working today, so we can disconnect the water and do all this right here so it doesn't affect them batching, because otherwise they ain't gonna be able to batch if I got this disconnected. So that's where we left off, is at that union right there. So we got to leave that union. This pipe that I started is just tacked up right now. And then, so from here, we're going to start using these bolt flanges. Full bolt flange gets a rubber gasket in the middle, and that'll be how I assemble most of this right here. Be screwed in flanges and bolts. So yeah. Gonna be fun, nice little tight working spot over here. So we'll get set up and we'll get right back to you. Hang tight. See what that looks like. Yeah, baby. That's how you do that. Yes, sir. All right, turn it. Yeah. See? Big wrench. That is facing down now. Okay. Well, I gotta get this out. Why is this in this damn tight now?
This one this way, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so now. Thank you. I was wondering when he's going to catch on. A little further in. A little further in. Oh.
Too much.
A little further. Fantastic. Okay, now, what do we have? The short. Get the pipe built. Oh, butter that. Hold this badger meter up out of the way. No, wait, no, that's not. Damn it. Stop. Oh, come on. A T. Stupid.
This is the T that you needed.
Yeah, let me see a T. Throw a wrench on that and tighten it. Get it pointed that way. Getting tight. Oh, a little bit. Oh, right there. That'll work.
Probably get it. I don't know.
Huh?
I could probably get it around another time.
Okay. Work. You have to turn the whole stack now. Keep going. A little bit. Keep going all the way to the floor. Hold it. One more. Come on.
Yeah, hold.
Come on.
This one's turning.
Come on. All right, turn it. A little bit. Oh, right there. Hold it. Right there. Good enough. Now what? Badgered. Badgered and butterflied. Yeah, that ain't gonna no damn work. Now, what's the chance of this piece fitting back on? 0? 0. Come on, John.
No.
No. Freaking millimeter, really? Yeah. Open that other box. Put the nut, put the bolt the other way. Turn it. Put the gasket on that side. I mean, we are that far apart, folks. That's what we're missing it by. Just that much to get that union together. We're gonna do some wiggling here. We're gonna make it happen. we may have done it.
Looks like it.
Holy mackerel. That was awesome. Figured that just right. Wow. Heck yeah, man. Sweet. Alright, now go back up through there with this gun. Getting all those U-bolts back up. Where's the, see the camera. So there it is, all done finally. So it comes over, here's your hot butterfly, turns on, feeds the tea. There's your cold butterfly, drain ahead of that. Badger meter, another drain, back up to the plant. And off we go, up to batching. So yeah, that's today's adventure and another project done. That's all the plumbing on this one. Yeah, we do that too. Industrial water piping, no problem. RepairCo's got you. All right, now let's go do something else this Memorial Day weekend. Appreciate y'all. Let's go do something else.